Welcome to a new episode of the Straight Wrestling Voices of the Indies podcast. I'm your host Morbo, and with me, as always, everyone's favorite US independent wrestling fan, Sebastian.
Thank you as always, Morbo, and welcome to this week's episode of Straight Wrestling Voices of the Indies. And our guest today is someone who is a very known name on the independent wrestling scene, especially in the southeast of the United States. You might know her from TWE, from Retinal Wrestling, Action Wrestling, New South, and many, many more promotions. And we are really happy to have her as our guest today. And I will announce you with all of your names because this woman has multiple names. She's known as Big Booty Judy. She's known as Notorious BBJ, and she's also known as Judy Lee Taylor. And we are really happy to have her as our guest. Hello.
Hello, what's up? I am Judy Lee Taylor, also known as Notorious BBJ. First name Big, last name Booty. Wait, can't believe I messed that up. It's been a long week, y'all. I'm doing 4 back-to-back shows. I'm in New Orleans right now, so up late. So first name Big, last name Judy, middle name Booty. So this is me. It's been a wild week. You listen to all the promotions I've done. I've been on the road just trying to get my name out there. This week I did a little fair show in Sevierville, Tennessee, beautiful area near Dollywood. Next day I traveled up, debuted at OVW. It was a big bucket list of mine. So it was awesome working with my friends up there. Been working with Freya and J-Rod on the Pro Symphony Wrestling in Nashville. So that was fun. I got to meet Al Snow, trying to work on my skills everywhere. So every real promotion's got something I need to learn from. So OVW, well known everywhere, trying to learn how to work camera angles. I'm awful at that. And then the following day, I flew into Tampa and I did NW Power. That was an amazing, amazing experience. They gave me opportunity to work with the Kazanas. So that's where my name, Judy Lee Taylor, comes from. I am the niece of Joe Kazana, and we are fighting against the evil Kinsey and Kylie Page and her dad. So that's a great, great story there. And then I hightailed it over to New Orleans and I did Wildcat last night, and that is Luke Hawk's promotion, and that was a lot of fun. It is an indie show, but they run it like a big, big production. It was fun working with them. Plan to do some more work with them in the future. I had my best opponent, like singles opponent ever, Miss Promise Jackson. She was phenomenal to work with, just learning all I can from her. She's I guess you would call her a seasoned vet by now. I mean, she's still young, but yeah, she just had a phenomenal match with Natty. So it was amazing. It was an honor to get in the ring with her. Thanks to Luke Hawks for setting that up. So yeah, so that was been my week so far. Right now I'm just walking around the neighborhood of Metairie, Louisiana. I love Louisiana. So I'm here for a little bit, enjoying the food. I'm pretty good about my diet. I did carry my food, but I was like, you know what? I'm in New Orleans. I got to get some real food. It's like you just take your real cheat days and make them worth it, you know? So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Trying to walk all those calories off right now. So yeah, that's my little spiel this morning.
Can you tell us how you got into wrestling as a fan and as a wrestler?
Okay, so I did not watch wrestling growing up. I mean, I knew the big names, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, John Cena. I know who they were, The Rock, yeah. But I never watched it. So I was married, and he introduced me to wrestling. His best friend is Conrad Thompson, and they and his friends got together in this little chat and said, you know what, we want to do like a convention, like do it from a fan's perspective. What do the fans want? So they created StarCast, and I started helping with that, doing like talent meet and greets, and I got to know some of the wrestlers there. Um, I have I don't know, sports background. I love fitness and stuff. So they saw me and they're like, you know what? You should try to train, like try out, like try to be a wrestler. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. So I found a promotion in my town, started training there for a little bit. Um, and then I worked with some folks that trained under Dr. Tom, went to a seminar too, and they pulled me aside, like, hey, we think you would do great at Dr. Tom's school. So I went there, graduated, and been hitting the road hard since then, and really just fell in love with the industry. I love entertaining. I love creating things. So yeah, so I'm a late bloomer in the wrestling field, but I love it. Yeah, so I'm kind of new to all this, but it feels like I was meant to do this. Like it all makes sense to me now. Like I love meeting new people. Um, I love the physical aspect of it. I do like getting hit hard. I like fighting. Like telling stories, and I love traveling. So yeah, like this week I was like, oh man, this is awesome. Like where I'm at in life, I think it's perfect. So, yeah.
You are from Huntsville, Alabama. What can you tell us about your local wrestling scene?
Local wrestling scene. So there's no, we have New South, we have Rocket City. Rocket City's technically in the town over. New South runs at the Honky Tonk in downtown Huntsville. They do little cities around North Alabama. Yeah, so I've really loved New South a lot. They bring in uh, good talent. They bring in veterans, let them wrestle their roster. So we're always learning. They bring in good females. They put on a awesome show. Please come out to a New South show. You never know who you're going to see. We have John Grisham there a lot. We have Odison from NWA there a lot. So you will always be entertained. It's a little something of everything, any style. We get out there, we have fun. So we do have like Conrad used to live there, so there's like a little history. I mean, Huntsville was the first place of TNA, so it's cool.
You are a CrossFit level 1 trainer. How much does this help you as a wrestler, and would you say that it also influences your style of wrestling?
Okay, yeah. So I think CrossFit is really what like gave me the foundation to have the ability to get in the ring, and like my conditioning was fine. I mean, it was CrossFit conditioning and wrestling conditioning is totally different way your body moves and breathes, but it prepared me to like, okay, I can train. It's not gonna kill me. I know how to. I know my body. It's always like CrossFit's about body awareness, being mindful of what your body is doing. Also helps you keep you safe and other people safe. So, and it gave me the physique that I think that's really pushed me ahead. I wouldn't say I'm a body guy, but I I know like my parents gets me booked, and I love that. So as long as I get booked, I love it, and then I'll show you I can work too.
Who came up with the name Big Booty Judy, and why do you have two names?
So my ex-husband is in big radio show in North Alabama. And before, like, I always was fit, but in college, was a big wild party girl. So got out of shape, was a big girl, was in a party scene, club scene. in Alabama, and they just started calling me Big Booty Judy because I was big. And when me and my ex-husband met, he took me over to Conrad's house, and Conrad was like, "What's your name?" And I said, "I'm Big Booty Judy," and I did a cannonball in his pool. So I kind of gave myself that name to them, and that name stuck. So that's what they know me on the radio. That's what my local area knows me as. So I just kept doing that, even though, like, when you think Big Booty Judy, you thinking of a much larger woman, and then I get out there. But yeah, that's what I've kept, Big Booty Judy, um, or BBJ. But then I started working for NWA, and they're like, "Oh, we don't really like the Big Booty Judy name. It's not very, I don't know. I've heard told too indie." So they kept me using Judy, and they want me more like a Teeter character from Yellowstone. So they just came up with Judy Lee Taylor, and I've just been leaning into it lately.
Cage Match lists your two trademark moves as the avalanche butt smash and the jumping rear attack. Would you say that you choose? Would you say that you choose these moves because they fit your character, or did you first develop and then develop your character based on it?
So the hip attack was something I was given when I first started. Like, because I was Big Booty Judy, of course I'm going to do a hip attack. Renamed it to the Rammer Jammer since I'm from Alabama. But since then, I've got two more known moves. I've got it's a torture rack, but it's called the Sweet Tea. And then I have a jackhammer, and I call that my yellow hammer. That is the national, well, not national, this is the state bird of Alabama.
First match that is listed on Cage Match from you was a Rocket
Yes.
City Rumble match on May 20th, 2023. What are your memories of this match?
The first that was a rumble. Yeah. So very, 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 very green. So nervous. So it was a rumble, the anniversary show at Rocket City. Maybe like 30 people. So we get in there, and they're like, "All right, do this, keep it simple. If you don't trust that person, just say no." So I get in there, like, oh man, I was like, before you go out there, you're like, why am I doing this? This isn't fun. Like, just the anxiety level just through the roof. But then I like walk through the curtain, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best. Like, the best high I have ever had. Just fans screaming, little girls like going wild because they don't see females there. So that was super cool. And then, sure enough, I won that thing. First time wrestling, won a Rumble. So that'll always be special to me.
One promotion I associate with you is Spartan Pro Wrestling from Gadsden, Alabama, as you have been appearing for them regularly since last year. To our listeners who have not heard of Spartan Wrestling before, how would you describe the promotion?
So it is community based. They're there to build talent. It's mostly student show. It's a great atmosphere. It is in a mall, and it is an old theater, so it's very unique on the way the outlay is. So the stage is up at the front, kind of really raised up, and then you have like arena seating. So that's why it's like Spartan Arena. It looks like you're going in there like gladiators. They have a partnership with Rocket City, so you'll see the same folks there. It was a great place to start. Learned a lot. Wrestled my first female there, Tsunami. So that was cool because this in the area you just can't find females to wrestle, especially new ones. Yeah, I haven't been there in a hot minute. I may go there for an all-female show at the end of the year, depending where I'm at. Yeah, Josh O'Hagan runs that. If anybody is in that area and wants to get into it, it's a great place to start.
Also in 2024, on November 22nd, you had a match at Game Time Championship Wrestling in Warrior, Alabama. And you were teaming alongside, apart from others as well, Mike Jackson.
Yes.
What did it mean for you to team up with a veteran like Mike Jackson?
Man, it was an honor. Like, for someone that has wrestled literally everyone, every legend, and just to get his advice, and like he's still doing it. So he's doing something right, like his style, how he works, just how he does everything. It was so cool. And like he was the first tag team partner that I won a belt with. So another special moment I'll always remember. A Hall of Famer, dude. Like, and dang, was he 77 now? He's still doing it. So
yes. At the end of 2024, you also had your debut for TWE, TWE Crash Course 50 against Hakeem Young. How do you feel about this match looking back on it? And would you say that this was like a beginning for a lot of things that happened in your career, especially this year?
Yes. So TWE, I would say, was really the spark that got me going, like really set the rocket off, really. Jada Newman runs that. And it's the feedback you get. Like, I was able to see and work with people from different promotions. They come there. They have a great show called Crash Course Student Place, and you do your match, go to the back. They tell you how to get better, not just like it was good or bad, but real feedback that you can improve on. Like, is that so overwhelming? Like, okay, you need to be here. You need to start working here. You need to start being a little quicker here, and just they ask you what your goals are and they try to get you there. I can't say nothing but amazing things about them. If you want to take your art to the next level, that's where you need to go. That's what's like got me where I am today, because I went there, got out of my comfort zone. When I got there, I didn't know anybody. Adam Priest just told me you should go there, and I did. Just showed up, and I mean, I want to wrestle Hakeem again. Like, he's grown so much too. I've grown so much, so it was a good match still, but it'd be even better match. He's killing it right now. He's working at New South. So yeah, he's awesome. I thought it was a good match, and I can't wait to have a rematch with him.
On March 22nd, we saw you team up with Country Boy Coots as Boots and Coots. And what can you tell us about your tag team partner, and how did this tag team start?
Oh, man. So that started as a scramble, just a little scramble. Of course, we were little faces there, and I feel like his energy is what allowed me to look inside myself and bring out what's really me, what I have been able to unlock in me and bring it to every show now. Like, we did a little combo in that scramble, and they saw something like, y'all need to team up. So we started working together, started going up against the good hand, and it was just magic. I'm like, oh man, this is what I need a lot, because he is so high energy and so confident, and like, just people love him. So it's been like Coots and Boots. We had a tag match at KFW recently at a fair show, and we have this move called the Nicotine Dream. So we G up with our little nicotine pouches. He normally gets on my back and he does a splash and ends our opponent's night right there. Well, at KFW, I got on there and did it, and boom. So it was like, no matter how we stack it, if we got you in a nicotine dream, you going to sleep, boy. So it's been like yeah, TWE, like pairing with Country Boy Coots, and I've been able to lean more into my character, and it's been a wild ride.
This year also saw you debuting for Action. We had a match against James Chook on February the 28th,
Yep.
and a match against Kaya McCain on March the 21st. What are your experience working for Action Wrestling so far?
It was awesome. They put on an amazing production. Like Action, it's also like an indie show. It was like the first show that it felt like a really big deal, just the way they run things. It was very professional. Like, they had catering, they had a little area, like a green room area for the wrestlers. It's a high turnout, big facility. So it was like, and the production is top notch too. Like it's on IWTV and they run it like a dang AEW, WWE. So you get to experience like what big dog shows are like. I'm a totally different character there. Seems like Georgia. I'm a bad guy in Georgia. I don't know what about Georgia is, but it brings out the worst in me. So if you want to see bad Booty Judy, it's go look up Action. Kai, I was like Kaya, yeah, Kaya. Yeah, she's awesome. I worked with her. We teamed up at Pro Symphony. So yeah, it's been cool. Like ever against her and with her, she's awesome. Good witch.
Speaking of experiences, you took part in the 2025 Scenic City Rumble match on March 8th. How
Yeah.
special was this match for you?
Dude, man, that was awesome. So Cruel was on there. Cruel is like he's also a great wrestler and just a great person. Like he talked to me like, "Oh, you're cool. Like let's give you a little something." So in that rumble, like I was facing him and then he pushed me aside. I was looking at these other opponents. I go behind him. I low blow him. And then I get him on my shoulders like I'm going to dump him out in the ring. And then last minute, boop, I get bopped out. But for him to give me that little shine, like have him on my shoulders, like that was a moment I will never forget. And he didn't have to do that, that was, and he does that to a lot of talent. Like he wants people to succeed. If you see something new, you want to get better, he lets you shine, lets you get your stuff in. And like he does crazy things. Like for his size, he is a madman. Like, what's his other name? Mads Kruger. Yeah, he lives up to that name.
You also wrestled in Nashville this year already. You had a match against Ari Alexander at CCW and one alongside C-Rex against Dayami and Freya the Slayer as a part of XLWA Final Judgment on April 30th. What are your opinions on both the matches in particular and like the shows in general?
Nashville is a super fun scene. I love going up there. Yeah, working with Freya is awesome. She's a great wrestler, great. I guess you could say she's a veteran. I mean, just she knows what to do, how to work with people that are new. Big advocate for you to make you look good and make the crowd entertained. We had a killer hardcore match at Pro Symphony recently, and that was one of my favorite matches too. Like it was that one of my favorite pictures is when she took me in that choke slam and slammed me on the table. So that was awesome. So it's the Nashville scene is killer. Like the venues are awesome. Like I worked at Fairgrounds for that XLWA, I think it was called. So that was, I mean, that's historic right there. I can't. Not many people say, "Yeah, I wrestled at the Fairgrounds." Yeah, that was a fun show. I met Diamo. I can't say these people's names. She's recently went on AEW, so great luchadora. Yeah, Ari was awesome. That's why I first had my match at the Troubadour for CCW. And then I guess a month ago, I wrestled J-Rod there. And that, man, like, I want to continue wrestling her. We have great chemistry in the ring. I think when we're done, they were like, dang, that was awesome. I didn't expect that. It was like a men's match, which is a compliment to me, but also like, come on, like women's wrestling is just as good as men's wrestling. And we try to get out there, especially with an opponent that really wants to get better, get, on the big TV promotions and is an athlete. So I love, love, love working with folks like that.
You already talked about New South Wrestling, where you also had your debut this year. Would you say that this was like a milestone or the beginning of something new for you?
Yes, yes. So Dump Sanders runs New South, and he's been nothing but good to me. Getting a lot of female talent, which is awesome. I love intergender matches. Yeah. And the fact that he just pulls in talent everywhere. And it's a fun show. Like, yeah, these Saturday shows at schools, and then we have that bar show. So different style. Be able to try stuff, be able to push the envelope a little bit, because at bar shows, I'm like, hey, what about this? What about I do this? Like, come to a show and you will be entertained, because I will do anything. Like, people like suggest something, I was like, all right, I'll do it. Like, I'll do anything twice. Like, you can't scare me. I'm not afraid to do anything. I'll take on any challenge. Doesn't matter how crazy it is, how outlandish. Like, I just get creative with it. Yeah, come out. You'll see what I do. um, yeah. So come out. I don't know if we filmed the bar show, so I think you'll have to come out and watch the show. Yeah, it's fun. Only $10 on a Wednesday night in Huntsville. Not much you can do on a Wednesday night in Huntsville. So, yeah.
Promotion you appeared for that I think we have never talked about in this podcast before is AWF Pro Wrestling in Ringgold. You were there on May 17th. You had a match at Wrestle Jam 13. What can you tell us about this promotion?
Oh man, so that's Paul Lee's promotion. It was his big anniversary show. So that was awesome to get invited to that. I was supposed to wrestle Caitlin Alexis. Something happened, so they gave me another opponent. Did that match, and what was cool about that was the Good Brothers were there. They saw me, they watched me do it, and because of that match, I started wrestling for Lariato Pro, and they have a deal with Roku. So I've got some spots on there. So watch that channel. I think it's on STGN 41. Yeah, go on Lariata Pro and find that channel. So it's cool. They have legends in there. I think the first show I was on there, Matt Hardy was there, Jimmy Yang there, Jazzy Yang was there. So that really another like Kickstarter into another, just many opportunities. So hopefully keep on working with the Good Brothers. Was able to do like at the very end of one of their matches, doing the 2 sweep to them. I was like, man, that is another moment that I won't forget. Like, so.
I absolutely believe that. And a promotion you already mentioned while explaining your different names is Joe Casana Promotions, and they also had a show with a very interesting name, as I think. Joe Casana Promotion presents Beer Market Brawl in Knoxville on May 24th. Can you go a bit into detail? You already mentioned a bit about this promotion, but can you tell us a bit more about maybe also how you work there and why you work a little bit of a different character in all of this?
So I met the Kazanas at a Santino seminar Aaron Stevens was there doing like promo stuff. And I did a promo, and they're like, pull me aside, and they're like, hey, we like what you're doing. Would you like to be on this show with NWA Joe Kazana Promotions? So just started doing that, doing my character, and they're like, okay, how about you team up with our family? And they needed a girl. There was a girl that they were working with. She couldn't get a visa to come back. So they're like, hey, fill her spot. And they presented my name to Billy Corgan. They're like, how about we do something else? So he was really one that was like, how about we do Judy Lee Taylor and lean into more of that? So yeah, he's the reason my name changed. And I'm like, that's fine. Hey, I'm going to be whoever name you want me to call. I'll still be me, but you can call me whatever, you know? So it's been fun. I've done a few shows with them. One of the shows was a 6-man tag. I was tagging with Moxie and Beastman, and one of my trainers, no, Jeremiah Plunkett told me to do this. He's another great mentor I've met over the years, and he's like, you should get on Beastman's shoulders into the ring. So that's what I did. I climbed on his shoulders, and I had his big bone in my hand. That was my entrance. So we came in and kicked butt. It was awesome.
I talked about the Joe Kazana Promotion presents a beer market brawl, and only I think a day later you appeared at Finesse's Totally Plastic Party 2, which was a show hosted by Finesse and regional wrestling and no quarter pinball in Nashville. How unique of an experience was it for you to be part of such a show?
Man, that show, it was like a drag show before, and then our show is with Retinal Wrestling out of Birmingham, Alabama. So it was like rained out, so we were out there for like 2 or 3 hours. I think my opponent canceled or something, and then a guy from OVW, Tony Evans, came down just to hang out, and I'm like, hey, why don't you wrestle Tony? I was like, hell yeah. So yeah, he really helped me a lot. Like he got me the in to OVW. So that match was cool. It's on YouTube. It was even after the rain delay, it was still a good match. People were into it. It was at No Quarter in Nashville. So fun. I love like outdoor shows that people aren't wrestling. Like they just aren't wrestling fans. They just come in to see what the heck is going on here. So I love like making new fans, you know? Like I don't care what you like, but you're going to like this. You're going to be entertained by what I put out.
Speaking of Retro, this wasn't like your only appearance, because I myself just recently watched the show where you appeared, because you had a match on August 15th against Sacred Scourge of Odin and against Saraya Saber. What can you tell us about this match? And by the way, if you want to watch it, it's on YouTube. I already saw it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So that's like I say, I'm a bad guy in Georgia. Well, I don't know about Birmingham, but brings out the worst in me. So me, Sigrid, and Saraya, like me and Sigrid teamed up a little bit, trying to beat on her, and then she got the best of us. But yeah, you want to see a little different flavor of Judy, watch Retinal. And it's another like unique promotion because majority are not wrestling fans. They don't watch anything else, but they'll come to a Retinal show. It is at the Trim Tab Brewery. And just like right behind, you can get a nice drink, come and walk over, watch the show. They put on a great show. A lot of NWA talent you'll see there. Yeah, so you'll see a lot of good wrestling. Like again, you don't have to be a fan; you'll be entertained. You can just be a Retinal fan, you know.
1 week later, after Totally Plastic Party 2 on June 2nd, you had a match alongside Kyle McKenna against Shida McKenzie and Laney Luck at the debut show of Pro Wrestling Symphony in Nashville. Was it something special for you to be at the first show of a promotion, also to be like a surprise partner as you were not scheduled to appear before?
Oh yeah, that was awesome, and like have an all female scramble, that was super special. Like Rory is a big fan of TWE, so he has seen us there, and be able to pull talent from there has been awesome. So it was cool meeting those ladies, talented ladies, getting there, throwing down. Yeah, I I thought it was fun. It's really started my little storyline there. Um, yeah, and the Brooklyn Bowl, another awesome venue. Like I think either a week before that show or a week after, Taylor Swift did like a surprise show there. So I'm like, oh hey, I mean, I wrestled at the same place Taylor Swift was at. She probably walked the same place I walked. You know?
How do you see the
Yes.
development of the promotion, this early stage, and what can you tell us about the other matches you had there?
So let's see. Make me remember all this stuff, man. Was the next one was was Freya? Was it that? I think yeah. That's like I had my hardcore match with Freya there. That's awesome. Like most fun match I've had. I wouldn't say a hardcore wrestler, but I'm like, ooh, I kind of like this. Like weapons and just be able to be wild and crazy. Um, I like it because it's a Sunday afternoon show and you can't really find that many places to like 2 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Have your church, your lunch, and come over and go to this cool venue. Great talent there. Colby Carter's there. Jada Newman's there. I think Cruel's there. I'm not there this next show, but Cruel will be there. So they got talent. Like if you don't want to go drive over these bigger promotions, come see them in Nashville at Pro Symphony.
You've had multiple debuts this year. Are there any more
Yes.
promotions? Are there any more promotions in the Southeast or in other regions where you would like to debut this year? Or are there maybe even already debuts scheduled?
Oh man, like I don't I cannot like OVW was a big bucket list. NWA was a bucket list. Like when I first started, I was like, I want to wrestle it for NWA so bad. And it happened. Like, I don't know. It's just like I'm a big faith person. I feel like God is just placing things in front of me and like not have to like work so hard. It just happens. Like, yeah, I put in the work. I try to set myself up for success with things. Like, I mean, they just happen. And like I mean, I would love my goal is WWE and I would like to do 1FW in Atlanta, run by QT Marshall. I'll do like a fourth rope. I mean, Beyond Wrestling, Ring of Honor. Those are the bigger ones because I was like, okay, well, I already checked my boxes already this year. So yeah, I'm in the process of like figuring out what my next goal is for. I mean, the big goal. I need to find more steps to get there.
Speaking of goals, what are your goals for the near and also for the more distant future of your career?
Well, WWE number one. Um, I like to do more with NWA. I would like to go up more north, maybe like do Utah, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, um, maybe GCW. That'd be cool. Um, maybe go to like California, learn some like it's a little different style, learn how to work people that do more lucha stuff. Another big one, I would like to work in Japan, learn that style. Uh, do some Florida, maybe work for Sean. Um, yeah, that's those are little goals for now.
Okay, Judy, that's it. We're at the end of the interview. And as
Okay.
always, the stage is yours. You can plug and promote anything you want.
Okay. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I'm Judy Lee Taylor. That's JUDYLEETAYLOR. On Twitter or X, I'm Notorious BBJ. And then my Instagram has the links to like my Facebook and stuff. If you want to book me, just send me a DM on either platform. I'll answer you. I think I'm pretty booked up till like November right now. So November and December are free. I'll travel. I've got some new merch up there. Got a great shirt with my dogs on it. Dolly and Shania. That's available at prowrestlingtees.com. Link in my bio. I've got, if you come to a show, I've got some stickers. I got these little like little tin cans. You can put whatever you in it, whatever you want in it. But nicotine pouches if you're into that. Just because me and Coots use that as our power. Yeah, I think, let's see, the next show I'll be on is in Tuscaloosa at this new bar. I'm facing Jazzy Yang there. So September 11th, I'll be at Tuscaloosa. And let's see, what else do I have? And then another big show I'll be at there's a Ricky Steamboat seminar, October 3rd and 4th. Is that Friday? First weekend in October. Come out to that. That is Black Harvest. So we're starting our spooky season. Come out to that. It's in Sevierville, Tennessee. Great show. Another sister promotion. I would say sister, the more like enemies of JCP. But yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Judy. I think this was a very cool interview, very nice interview. I listened to your stories, and Sebastian, I will we're looking forward to your matches in the future. Thank you very much for everything.
No, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Thank you all so much.
I can absolutely agree on what Morbo just said. Of course, thank you to you, Morbo. Thank you to Florian. But the biggest thank you goes to you, Judy, because this was a really cool interview, and we had you on our list to have you as our guest for quite some time, and we are glad it worked out now. So thank you very much.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you to everyone who is listening, and I hope you will listen to us in the future again. Goodbye.
Awesome. Bye.